Hey third grade, today we're going to be starting a little project creating a little maraca or a little shaker like this. So if you look closely, take a look, and what do you think this maraca or this shaker is made out of? Alright, so in the middle here I have a clear Christmas ornament. Inside I have some colorful confetti so it looks cool, and some rice to make our sound. And then for my handle I have 2 spoons that are taped together so that I can play it. Alright, so today we are going to be making one of these maracas, and I'm going to tell you what supplies I'm going to use, and maybe you have similar supplies at home and you can do something similar. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to use is my clear ornament. Now you can use any type of small container. If you have a clear, or not even a clear ornament, if you have any kind of ornament that has a top that can come off and you can fill it with something, you can do that. If you have maybe like an Easter egg, you can also make a little egg shaker like this. Or if you have any type of maybe like a small food container, or maybe like a small bottle or something tiny that you can put rice in. Then for mine, I'm going to use some confetti, just because mine's clear. I'm going to need some rice to make our sound, and some confetti, I think I already said that, and then some tape, and of course the 2 spoons on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my ornament if you have something similar. So for yours, you're going to take the top off. If you have an ornament like mine, you have to be careful because it is a little bit sharp here, or a little bit pointy, and I'm going to put that off to the side. And for mine, I'm going to put 2 scoops of rice in my little ornament. Alright, now hopefully you can see. So I have my ornament, and I am going to carefully pour in some rice. Maybe like 2 or 3 scoops so we get a nice sound. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, and now next step, this is optional, but since I have a clear little ornament, I'm going to put a little pinch of confetti in here, so a little bit at a time. Oh, it's a little bit tricky. Alright, now when you're done with that, if you are using an ornament, you want to be careful when you put this middle part back in, because it is a little bit pointy. So for my ornament, I'm going to squeeze these 2 little metal pieces and then just put them back inside. It's a little bit tricky. Alright, now whatever container you have with your rice, give it a little shake and see how it sounds. See if it sounds good. Alright, now my next step is going to be, I'm going to need my 2 spoons and my tape. Alright, so I'm going to start no matter what type of container you have. I'm going to take my 1 spoon and put it on the side. Alright, I'm going to get my 1 piece of tape. And there's a few different ways you can do this. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my spoon and my tape and put it kind of in the middle of the spoon area. Alright, that way I can hold my spoon and tape in one hand and my shaker part in the other. And I'm just going to put it right kind of in the middle on the side. And it's a little bit tricky, see mine is trying to roll away from me. But I'm going to put my tape and press it down so it's nice and tight. And now for the other one, I'm going to flip it so it's exactly on the other side. And when I'm doing my spoons, you want to try to put the ends together so that when you shake it, you have a nice handle. So try to take your spoons so the two ends are together. And I'm going to do the same thing. Take my piece of tape, put it on my spoon first, and then I'm going to line it up. I'm going to start lining up with the ends and then see where it lands on my ornament and push my tape down so it's nice and tight. And you can see my ends aren't perfectly touching, but when I hold it I can squeeze it and I still have a nice handle. And it's a little bit crooked. My top piece isn't exactly in the middle, but that's okay. You can hear it still makes a nice sound. Alright, now with your maraca, your assignment for today is to take a Flipgrid video, and I just want to see how your maraca sounds and see what kind of different materials you use for yours. Maybe if you have an egg shaker that looks a little bit more like this one, or maybe you have a spoon that looks a little bit more like this one. And I just want to see how yours turned out. Okay? Alright, and I'll see you next time, and we're going to learn a little bit about world music, and make sure you hold on to your maraca or your instrument because we're going to use it a little bit more in the next few lessons.